Hi, Dr. Ziegler from Lifestyle Solution. So the purpose of this video is to talk about what you can expect when you come in and you have your resting metabolic rate assessed, and also a little bit about what this number is and how by knowing this number that can benefit you. Now, whether your goal is to become healthier, lose weight, increase athletic performance, this is an important number to know. So let's talk about the what. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here with you and show some PowerPoint slides. So a resting metabolic rate assessment, what it actually is you'll come down to our office, or I'll come to you, and I'll have you lay down, and you need to be completely rested. And so in regards to preparing for this visit, you'll need to be fasted. Typically, we do these assessments first thing in the morning because it aids in the fasting process. We can do it later on in the day. You just need to make sure that you're in a fasted state, which we'll say is at least 5 hours of no eating or drinking anything. You need to have abstained from caffeine or any other stimulants and alcohol for 24 hours. We also need you to abstain from any vigorous activity for at least 24 hours before the visit. The idea of this assessment is to have you completely relaxed. And you'll come in, you'll lay down, and what we will do is we will put a heart rate monitor on you. I'll blow up my screen. A heart rate monitor such as this, if you've ever worn a polar heart rate monitor, that's it. I try to let everybody know what to expect when they come. That heart rate monitor goes directly on your skin over the sternum. We also will place a mask that looks like this that will go over your nose and over your mouth, and we'll strap the mask on. I've done assessments on people who are claustrophobic, and the mask doesn't seem to be an issue with them. And that mask will be on you for a period of 10 minutes. And so you'll come in, you'll lay down, we'll have you rested for 5 minutes to where we're not measuring anything, we're just getting you relaxed. And then we'll measure you for 10 minutes. And what we're measuring is oxygen consumption. Here's a picture of a friend of mine where I did this assessment on him. And what the machine is doing is it's just collecting all of the oxygen that he is expiring, and it does some calculations, and it gives us total oxygen consumption at rest. The reason that this is so important to know is here is a diagram of somebody's total energy expenditure. So our total calories that we are burning in one day can be broken down into different components. The smallest component, which is 10% there, is what we call the thermic effect of food. There is an energy cost that is associated with eating. We eat our food, it takes calories to break that food down, a very small percentage. And then 20% of our total energy expenditure is through physical activity. Now, this is important to realize. You can go to the gym, you can work out really hard. Well, that's still only about 20% of your total energy expenditure. Now, that obviously can go up or down depending on your exercise level, but regardless of what you're doing in regards to exercise, the biggest portion of your total energy expenditure is always going to be your basal metabolic rate, which is the amount of energy that is required, that your body requires to do its resting normal physiological functions, lying there doing nothing pretty much. Now, this number is not consistent between people. By getting this number and by actually measuring it, we can better tell you how many calories you should eat to either gain weight, maintain weight, or lose weight. Now, there are a lot of different equations that are out there that try to estimate this number. And to be honest with you, it is a shot in the dark. They tend to over or underestimate energy expenditure by a lot. So if you base your calorie consumption off of those equations, it's just a guess. So that's the first thing that this can tell us is, well, how many calories should you eat? The second thing, it gives us an idea if you are somebody with an elevated energy expenditure or a decreased energy expenditure. So we have a way to where we can take your values and compare it to what is considered norm. And I can tell you, I can say, well, you tend to have an elevated energy expenditure. This is great. More than likely to have success losing weight. Or it would be sad, but this happens. You might have an energy expenditure that's a little bit lower than what we expect it to be. Not meaning that you can't lose weight. It'll just be a little bit harder. But that's what this value can give us. The other thing that this assessment gives us is it gives us something that we call your substrate utilization, or at rest, what are you using for energy? Are you using predominantly carbohydrates or using predominantly fats? In an ideal world, at rest, everybody would be using predominantly fat. And some people do more than others. If you are somebody at rest who is burning for your energy primarily fats, you are more likely to have success losing weight, and you could probably get away with a diet that is higher in carbohydrate content. If you're somebody at rest that is not a good fat burner, you're a carb burner, then one, it's a kind of a predictor of successful weight loss, and two, we know that we'll need to tailor your diet program to match that. We'd have to cut carbohydrates a little bit lower. And so this tool is very important to tailor a program specifically to your needs. And over the course of an exercise program, those values will change. As you increase lean muscle mass, total energy expenditure can go up. The percentage of fats that you're burning may increase as well. And so this is something that you would want to continuously measure. If you look right to the right of this video, you'll see pricing. Let us know, call us, email us, and let us know what a good time is for us to come and to do this assessment with you. Thank you.